Welcome to the Sherry Ricard Show, where we talk about all things faith and business and practical living. Today's episode is a special one for those that are looking to start or even grow a business while staying true to your Christian values. Listen up, because we're going to walk through key strategies to ensure your business aligns with your faith, all supported by Scripture. So whether you're dreaming of launching a business, a new adventure, or you're considering maybe just refining your current basic practices in your business, this episode is for you. And if you're working out there and you're in leadership, and this episode is for you too. So the foundational values, that's going to start with purpose. So before you are diving into these practicalities of business, it's really crucial to establish your purpose. Why are you starting this business? Or the business that you have right now, what are you doing with that business? A business that's built on Christian values should always reflect God's principles and purpose. So start right now by seeking God's guidance in your business planning, or in the business that you're in right now, or in the leadership role that you're in a business. Scripture tells us in Proverbs 16:3, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. So by committing your business endeavors to God, you're ensuring that your plans are aligned with His will. This foundational step is about setting the tone for your business to operate with integrity and purpose. I want you to also look at your ethical business practices, because integrity in action is so crucial. Integrity is the central part of Christian ethics and should be a part and heart of your business practices. So being honest and transparent in all dealings builds trust, and it reflects Christian values. So as Scripture in Proverbs 11:3 says, the integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. Make honesty and fairness a non-negotiable in your leadership practices and in your business that you're in right now or that you're starting. This means fair pricing. So we're not going to price gouge people. We're going to be transparent in all communication, and we're always going to do this by keeping your promises in your business. If you tell someone you're going to do something, do it. If you're promising something in your leadership role, look at the politicians that we have today. Who is keeping their promises? If you look at who's running for the presidential candidacy right now, who has kept their promises in the past? Who can you trust to keep the promises in the future? Look at your congressmen, look at your senators, look at your business owners that you have in your own community. Look at your church values. Look at the pastor. Look at the leaders in that church. Who have kept their promises while running for office? Who keeps the promises in the business adventures that they have right now? Who is keeping the promises in the churches that you have right now in your community? Look at those that are keeping their promises. This is who we want to do business with, and this is who we want to support. Also, servant and leadership, putting other people first. Jesus taught us about servant leadership, leading by serving others. Apply this principle by focusing on the needs of maybe your employees, focusing on the needs of your customers, focusing on the needs of the community. Scripture tells us, Mark 10:44 through 45, and whoever wants to be first must be a slave of it. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Read that scripture over again. Rewind this and play that again. That is Mark 10:44 through 45. So in practice, this means supporting a team. So are you a leader of a team? Are you a business owner? Are you going to start a business? Are you serving in ministry? It says supporting your team, being empathetic to your customers' needs, being empathetic to your community, to people that you're serving, engaging in community service. As a servant leader, it fosters a positive and productive environment. Stewardship, responsible management. So stewardship involves managing resources wisely. This includes financial resources, time, talent. It's about using what you've been given in a way that honors God. Managing your business finances prudently. Invest in employee development and avoid waste at all cost. This is about maximizing the resources entrusted to you for the greater good. I work in corporate America. I have expenses that I expense back to the company, but I am a financial prudent person when it comes to using the expenses wisely that the company has entrusted into me. Also, I'm investing into my team's development for the greater good, right? I avoid waste. I don't let myself or my team waste company money. In my business, I do not waste money. I invest in what God has given me back into the community, back into God's people. I want to give devotionals away. Right now, I am in a collection mode where I'm asking people to fund the printing of my devotionals. None of that money goes to me. It goes to the printing of the devotionals so I can give those into communities that need them, that otherwise wouldn't be able to afford them. That is my way of giving back to God. And if you want to help me do that, there is a link in the podcast episode that you can give so that I can print these devotionals and give those out for free into the communities and other countries even that cannot afford the devotionals. There's a scripture that references 1 Peter 4:10. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. Also, there's fair treatment and compassion, treating others right. Christian values emphasize on treating everyone with fairness and compassion. It ensures that your business policies and your practices reflect and respect others. Your kindness is a respectant of others. It's a reflection of God. Scripture is Luke 6:31, do to others as you would have them do to you. So how are you treating people in your business? How do you plan to treat people in your future business? How are you treating people in your leadership role for the company that you're working for right now? Implement policies that promote fairness, provide support to those that are in need, and address conflicts with compassion and empathy. Ethical marketing is truth and responsibility. Your marketing should be truthful and responsible, avoiding exaggerations and misleading claims in your business. This ensures that you're honoring God by respecting your customers. A scripture reference is Ephesians 4:25. Therefore, each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body, and that's of Christ. So craft your marketing messages to be honest and clear in your businesses. Build a reputation for reliability and above all, truthfulness. Also, there's this work-life balance. So we want to honor God with our time. Balancing work and personal life is essential for you and for your employees and for the team that you're leading. Overworking can lead to a burnout and neglecting your spiritual and family life. We don't want that. We want to ensure that you allocate time for your rest and rest for your team and your employees. So rest and a reflection and family time is important. A balanced approach respects both your well-being and your commitments to God and family. And it does the same for the people that you're leading, for your employees or your team member, for the business that you're building. A scripture, Exodus 20:8-10 says, remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all of your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. Yes, it's in the Bible about keeping the Sabbath. I want you to create a business while staying true to Christian values. It involves integrity. It involves faith into every aspect of your business practice. From ethical operations to servant leadership, each step that you take should reflect a commitment to you living out your own values. So what you do should be a reflection of God and to others that are around you, to your customers, to your team, to your employees. I hope the insights in these scriptures inspire you and guide you as you build your business, or as you refine your business, or as you lead a team of where you work. Remember, the goal is to honor God in all that you do. And in doing so, you take a positive impact on the world. Let's apply these in any business. So let's just say you're starting a digital marketing business, or you're starting a boutique, or you're starting a real estate company. You're starting some kind of business online, whatever it may be. You have to start it with Christian values that involves blending traditional business principles with ethical practices grounded in faith. So I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide. I'm going to help you launch your business while staying true to Christian principles. Number one, I want you to define your mission and your values. So what is the purpose? I want you to establish a clear mission statement right now that reflects Christian values. Your mission should articulate how your business aims to serve your clients while maintaining ethical principles. And I want you to remember this scripture while you're establishing your mission statement. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established." Right? So what is the action in that? I want you to write down your mission statement. I want you to outline how your business will operate with integrity, how it's going to serve your clients, how it's going to serve your customers, and how you're going to contribute to the community. All businesses should contribute to the community in some way, better serve the community, better serve the kingdom of God in some way. Right? Number two, I want you to develop a business plan. The purpose of this is to create a comprehensive business plan that's going to include, number one, your goals. It's going to include your target audience, the services that you're offering, and your financial projections. I want you to ensure that this plan reflects a commitment to ethical practices and servant leadership. You're going to have a business plan if you're going to be going to the bank and asking for any kind of loan, especially a small business loan, right? To help you get started. Outline your business goals, your budget, your strategies for reaching potential clients. What are you going to do to reach clients, reach customers in your business? Make sure you include this ethical consideration in marketing strategies. Luke 14:28 says, "Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it?" That's Luke 14:28. Number three, legal and ethical compliance. The purpose in that is to ensure their business is compliant with legal requirements and ethical standards. This includes registering your business, obtaining necessary licenses if that's for you, and adhering to industrial regulations. Right? So you can go and you can Google business in your state, business in Florida, business in Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma, New York, California, Texas, whatever it is. You can look at what are the business guidelines that you have to abide by in your state. And this also goes for any online business. Scripture Romans 13:1 says, "Let everyone be subject to governing authorities. For there is no authority except that which God is established." So I want you to consult with a legal advisor. Don't just take my advice here, okay? But I want you to ensure that you're meeting all your legal requirements that you need to start your business. I am so business focused. I believe that we should all take advantage of getting an LLC. You should go and get your EIN number. You should get your DUNS number. There are so many ways that you can start a business. I'm going to go back and list just a couple of things in the episode description, but I don't want you to rely on everything from me. I know how I started. I know how I practice. I want you to make sure you're doing everything that you're supposed to do for your business. Maybe you're wanting to start a gym or a yoga class. I don't know what it is that you're wanting to do. Make sure you're doing everything the right way. I want you to develop a code of ethics for your business that aligns with God's principles and values. I want you to build next a brand with integrity. Develop a brand that identifies and reflects values and the mission statement that you wrote. Your brand should communicate honesty, reliability, and commit to serving others. I want you to create a logo. I want you to create a website. You can create a free website on Wix and GoDaddy. There's so many places that you can create a website. And then you can pay minimal, like $9.99 a month, $10 a month to keep your website going. It's worth it. Marketing materials that embody your values. Ensure that all your message is truthful and consistent with the mission statement that you wrote when you started your business, or you started talking about your business, or before you launched your business. Proverbs 12:22 says, "The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy." Remember that. Number 5, I want you to offer transparent and ethical services. I want you to provide a marketing service or a business or whatever service that you're in that is transparent and is ethical. I want you to always avoid deceptive practices, and ensure that all the claims about your services and your business are truthful and honest, because this will come back and bite you in so many ways. Make sure that you're always honest and trustworthy. If you do something that's wrong, you didn't mean to do something that was wrong, be honest with your clients, your employees, your teammates. Hey, listen, I thought this is the way that it was supposed to be done. I apologize that we did it wrong. I'm going to make it right. Make sure that you clearly define your service offerings and you define what your pricing actually is. Be upfront about what your clients can expect, and avoid making promises that you cannot keep. I want you to focus, number 6, focus on servant leadership. So the purpose of this is to lead with a focus on serving your clients, your customers, and your employees. I want you to prioritize their needs and their well-being. I want you to create a supportive and positive work environment. Implement a client-centric approach. So you're going to do this by providing excellent customer service, excellent customer support. You're going to foster a positive work culture where employees feel valued and supported. Your teammates for the company that you work for, if you're in leadership, should always feel valued and supported. I want you to remember number 7, practice stewardship in your finances. We talked about that. I want you to manage your finances responsibly. Ensure that you're using your resources wisely and making informed financial decisions always. Develop a budget for your business. Track your expenses. Make investments that align with your values, right? So we should be supporting other people's businesses, but who are you supporting? Do they align with your values? Do you have health insurance with a company that aligns with your values? Are you getting coffee at a coffee shop? The owner of that business aligns with your same values. Where are you shopping? Are you going to Target? Are you going to Walmart? Are you going to Publix, Kroger? Do you even know what their values are? Are you subscribing to a network like Netflix or Hulu or all of these different platforms? Do you even know what values they support? Find out what they support. We should be supporting companies and businesses like ours that have the same morals and values, right? Also, I want you to give back to the community. This is so important. Every business should have a charitable part of their company and should invest in other organizations. Contribute to the community and support charitable causes as part of your business operation. You should have a part of your business that supports something outside of yourself. Acts 20:35 says, "In everything I did, I showed you that by this kind of hard work we must help the weak, remembering the words the Lord Jesus himself said, 'It is more blessed to give than receive.'" So I want you to identify causes or organizations that align with your values and find ways that you can support them. This could be donating a portion of your profits. It could just mean volunteering your time or partnering with their nonprofits. And number 9, I want you to maintain that work-life balance. This ensures that your team, your employees, can maintain a healthy work-life balance and they will avoid burnout. I want you to nurture their personal well-being like you do your own. Set clear boundaries between work and personal time. Encourage your employees, encourage your team to take regular breaks and respect their time off as well. Number 10, continuously evaluate and always improve where you can. The purpose is regularly assessing your business practices to ensure they align with your values and make improvements whenever it's needed. You can stop and reboot and recalibrate where you are for the betterment of your business and the people around you and who you're serving. Seek feedback from your clients and customers. Seek feedback from your mentors and employees. Use this feedback to make improvements and ensure that your business continues to operate always with integrity and effectiveness. Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Surround yourself with business owners. Surround yourself with a community of like-minded women. Iron sharpens iron. Remember, whoever has your ear has your life. So make sure you're listening to people that are mentoring you in values and integrity and the right ways and the right things to do. If you're following people on social media right now that are leading you down a destructive path, unfollow them. What are you doing? If you're listening to podcasts that are throwing out cuss words and talking negative about people that are running for office even, people that are running for office right now are using words that we really should not be using. I get it. We're fighting against each other, right? It's the right and the left and the evil and the good and all of those things. Who has your ear has your life. Do your due diligence. Do your homework. Who have we been able to entrust in the past, right? Ask God for guidance. God, who should I vote for? Who should I surround myself with? Who should I go to church with? What church should I go to? What friend group should I surround myself with? What friends should I walk away from? What business should I go into? What company should I work for? We always say, at the very least, I could pray. No, at the very first, you should be praying. You should be praying for guidance in all things. All things. God should be a part of every aspect of your life. I want to thank you right now for tuning into this episode. If you find that this episode is helpful, please share it with someone else who could benefit. Remember, building a business with integrity is a journey. And with faith as your guide, you can make a meaningful impact in the world with what you're doing. Go back to the helpful links in the episode description. You're going to find links to both of my 30 daily devotional books, Coffee with Christ and my newest one, Brewed Blessings, on Amazon. You can also go to my website, click on the subscription, subscribe in the website, scroll all the way down to the bottom. It'll let you sign up. I'm going to send you my fast track goal setting guide for free, and I'm going to keep you up to date on events and announcements. And until next week, ladies, God bless you. Walk with integrity. Walk with the crown on your head every single day. And every room that you enter today, walk in like God sent you there. God bless.